You've been working as hard as you could, and now both your status and your looks are more than enough to attract a partner. After all this hard work, you might be feeling free and ready to find your own little princess to love, provide for, and potentially even marry. The problem with that? You're stuck. No matter what you do or where you go, the women around you always seem to be the same. Overly masculine, manipulative, narcissistic, and always ready to make your life worse in some twisted way. What once was a goal is now yet another reason to feel miserable and hopeless. But let me be the first to bring hope to you, brother. Yes, it will be hard to find her, and yes, it may take time, but they are out there. Remember, you attract what you are. If you are a party animal who loves to hang around bars and clubs, then that's exactly the type of girl you will attract. Don't expect a good traditional stay-at-home wife. With that said, here are the 5 ways to find a good woman in a world full of OnlyFan girls and gold diggers. Before we start, you have to learn this one thing. If you haven't improved yourself significantly already, then you will never be able to find her, even with these points. If you're not ready, don't bother watching this video. Come back once you're actually able to attract her. For those of you that are ready, these points will help you to easily differentiate between the right and the wrong type of woman. Way number 1. Learn how to leave. It may sound like a cliche to you, and yet there's a really big chance that you will fall for this trap as soon as you see it. When a man never actually took his time to learn how to leave a girl or a friend, that man will likely find himself trapped in all of his social relationships. He could be the best looking and most disciplined guy of the bunch, but if he lacks this skill, he'll likely get with a woman who will use him all the way through. The reason behind this might come in many forms: neediness, desperation, scarcity mindsets, or fear. If your current mission is to find the right woman for yourself and not find yourself stuck or tormented by your relationship, then you, my brother, must first learn what it takes to get rid of any and all reasons for you to remain with someone. Even if your ego tells you that you already know all that, then just wait until you get yourself in a relationship that's meant to fail. Your feelings will get in the way and paralyze you with fear. Her smile and her laughs will make you forget that it's not meant to be, and ultimately, your heart will shatter, either by your or her hands. So, before actually looking for someone, learn how to walk away. You don't have to be a jerk for it. All it takes is politeness and high standards. The moment you realize that the woman in front of you is not marriage material, begin getting yourself ready to stop dating or seeing her romantically. If you don't do this as soon as you spot the signs, you'll end up emotionally binding with her. From that point on, you'll be trapped. Way number 2. Avoid degeneracy. When you're a man of high status, it can be easy to attract all kinds of people, and not just women. From other men who want to learn from you, to people who want to have you in their life for support. It can be nice to have all this attention, but be wary that the people you attract, whether romantically or platonically, might get you into horrible environments and practices. Clubs, frat parties, drinking, casual sex, and a lot more await you if you involve yourself with degenerate people. The risk from this mainly comes down to the kinds of women you can attract. As I said before, brother, if you are a party animal, then that's what you'll end up attracting as well. If you let degeneracy corrupt your soul with all of that instant gratification, you cannot ever hope to attract a feminine and genuinely loving woman into your life. That's because the partner you end up with will be nothing more than a reflection of who you actually are. So, the lesson here is simple. Remain pure, and you'll find a pure woman to love and join in marriage. Choose degeneracy, and the wife you get will be nothing short of a sloppy girl who might very well have an OnlyFans account. Way number 3, ignore lust. Like the first point of in this video, you may think that you already know the significance of this and how to be a strong, independent man who gets what he wants when he's ready for it. But the truth is that you don't even have an idea of what real loneliness means. When you look around yourself and notice all the beautiful girls and women who would love to be yours, do you honestly think you have the emotional discipline to actually sit there and let them pass you by, waiting for your good little feminine wife as every other man around you takes their slice of cake? Of course not. If you're actually at the point of being able to attract women, you'll be struggling to control yourself as the abundance all over your life will pull you towards giving up the one thing that will actually allow you to be a man worth staying with for life: purity. When it comes to high-value partners, it will always come down to purity. So letting your own lust speak for yourself is the worst mistake you can make. Despite the fact that almost every man of value falls for this trap, you must use ways to avoid doing so to set yourself apart from all of them. If you're afraid that you won't be able to control yourself enough to retain your purity, then simply avoid all promiscuous women altogether. Way number 4, be authentic. At the start of this video, I said you need to be attractive in every possible way before watching the video. Why? Because of this very point. Authenticity is one of the ancient masculine values that our degenerate society has stripped away from our dating life by teaching us about the game, tricks, and tactics to use when interacting with the opposite gender. It may sound like blue pill propaganda, but being your authentic self will save you a whole lot of pain. Being authentic with women guarantees that you find a woman who loves you for you and not because of fake images you have put up, especially if your goal is marriage. Then, there's no point in putting up a fake image in the first place. Why? Because how long will you be able to keep up with that fake image? Maybe a month? Before she can see right through you and lose all respect. Remember, my brother, high-value women that you know you want to date will and should always show their genuine and authentic self to you. And the same goes for you. Show genuine interest along with your real character. This simple method will easily help you differentiate between the good ones from the promiscuous girls of the modern era who are actually only attracted to the fake love of the game. But I'll repeat myself one last time. If you're watching this video and you're not at the peak of your progress, this advice will be useless for you. If you act like your authentic self, despite not having any quality to show, women won't magically fall for you. So, level up, build your character, and then show it to the world. Only then will you actually attract a woman worth having. And finally, number 5, learn how to love her. The way you display love to a high-level woman is the exact opposite of how you do the same with a low-value woman. If degenerate girls hate when their boyfriends display love, feminine women will need so much of it that you might be unable to give them enough at first. If you are with the wrong woman, then you will find yourself fighting back your urge to love her, to not come across as a needy simp. But when you are with the right woman, the polarity will be so immense that you won't be able to hold back your love. Plus, she will crave that love from you as well, as it should be. So remember, my brother, many women have now become corrupted just like the rest of society. But use these 6 ways to test them and to stop yourself from committing to the wrong woman. To see the next best way to level up as a man, check this video here.